The secret society of the Illuminati, were they real? Do they still control the world today? Let us find out. The birth of a shadow society. The year was 1776. Europe was on the brink of change. Empires rising and falling, revolutions brewing in the shadows. But beneath the surface of politics and power, something far more sinister was being formed. In Bavaria, Germany, a brilliant yet controversial professor named Adam Weishaupt was growing increasingly restless. He was a man who despised religious dogma, questioned the authority of monarchs, and believed that knowledge, true knowledge, should be kept in the hands of a select few. Weishaupt was convinced that the masses were too blind to rule themselves, and that only an enlightened elite should control society. But how could they seize power without being detected? Secrecy was the answer. On May 1st, 1776, Weishaupt and a group of like-minded intellectuals, philosophers, and high-ranking officials founded a clandestine organization that would become one of the most feared and speculated about societies in history, the Illuminati. They called themselves the Perfectibilists at first, but that name did not convey their ambition. Instead, they chose the Illuminati, a name that meant the enlightened ones. Their goal? To infiltrate the ruling classes, influence governments, and eventually establish a new world order where knowledge, reason, and their own ideologies would reign supreme. Their strategy? Stealth, deception, and control. By 1782, the Illuminati had already infiltrated the Freemasons, another secret society known for its rituals and influence. Weishaupt knew that Freemasonry had access to powerful networks, and by embedding Illuminati members within their ranks, his society could spread its influence without detection. But this was just the beginning, a secret that could not be kept. For nearly a decade, the Illuminati operated in the shadows, recruiting nobles, intellectuals, and politicians across Europe. Their members included professors, judges, and even princes. Their goal was no longer just Bavaria. It was global control. But then, something happened that Weishaupt had not foreseen. In 1785, an Illuminati courier carrying sensitive documents was struck by lightning while traveling through Regensburg, Germany. His body was found by local authorities, but it was not his death that made headlines. It was what he was carrying. Inside his satchel were letters detailing the Illuminati's existence, their goals, and their network of influence. The documents were sent to the Bavarian government, and soon the secret was out. The Elector of Bavaria, Charles Theodore, was horrified. He outlawed the Illuminati in 1785, declaring their teachings dangerous and their existence illegal. Illuminati members were arrested, and their secret meetings were raided. Adam Weishaupt himself was forced into exile, escaping to Gotha, Germany, where he lived in obscurity for the rest of his days. And just like that, the Illuminati was supposedly destroyed. But was it? Did the Illuminati really disappear? Here's where the story takes a darker turn. Historians largely agree that the Bavarian Illuminati was disbanded. But the problem with secret societies is that when they are forced underground, they don't die. They evolve. Even after its destruction, whispers of the Illuminati's influence persisted. Some believe that instead of vanishing, the Illuminati merged with other organizations, including the Freemasons' elite banking families and even religious institutions. One of the most chilling theories suggests that the Illuminati didn't just survive. They expanded, infiltrating the highest levels of power across the world. The evidence? The French Revolution, 1789, was fueled by radical ideas eerily similar to those of the Illuminati. By the 1800s, secret societies with Illuminati-like philosophies were discovered in France, Italy, and even America. Certain symbols associated with the Illuminati began appearing in governments, architecture, and even currency. But here's where things become even more unsettling. The symbols hidden in plain sight. Even if you've never heard of the Illuminati, you've seen their symbols. Look at the US dollar bill, the all-seeing eye atop an unfinished pyramid. Beneath it, the Latin phrase Novus Ordo Seclorum, the New World Order. These symbols were not on the original U.S. currency. They were added in 1935 under the guidance of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. who was a known Freemason. Coincidence? Or proof that the Illuminati's influence had reached America? And it doesn't stop there. Throughout history, powerful figures, including politicians, celebrities, and business tycoons, have been accused of being members of this unseen force. Even today, modern conspiracy theorists believe that the Illuminati has extended its grip into banking, Hollywood media, and even world governments. But could they really have that much control? To answer that, we have to look at one of the most terrifying patterns in history: the presidents who cross the line. If the Illuminati still exists today, one question remains: how do they deal with those who oppose them? Throughout history, some of the world's most powerful leaders have stood up against secret organizations and powerful elites. Many of them met violent and mysterious ends. Consider this. John F. Kennedy, who openly spoke about secret societies controlling the government, was assassinated in 1963. Abraham Lincoln, who opposed centralized banking, was assassinated in 1865. James Garfield, who challenged the control of financial elites, was shot in 1881. William McKinley, who resisted powerful banking interests, was killed in 1901. All four of these presidents had one thing in common: they opposed hidden power structures. Is it possible that each of them fell victim to a force far greater than any of us could imagine? The dark reality we may never know. The Bavarian Illuminati was real. That is a fact. But what is less certain is whether they truly vanished or simply changed names. Today, organizations like the Bilderberg Group, the Council on Foreign Relations, and the Trilateral Commission operate with the same level of secrecy and influence once attributed to the Illuminati. Some say these groups are just business leaders shaping the world economy. Others believe they are the modern face of the Illuminati, pulling the strings behind wars, financial collapses, and even elections. So, the real question is this: are we truly free, or are we just puppets, dancing to the tune of an unseen hand? The shadows never left. For centuries, the Illuminati has been dismissed as a conspiracy theory, a relic of the past, a story to scare those who question too much. But what if that's exactly what they want us to believe? What if the Illuminati never disappeared, but instead they evolved? What if they became so powerful that they no longer had to hide? In this final chapter, we will explore the modern-day Illuminati, the invisible hand behind global events, and the terrifying truth about who really controls our world. And by the time you finish the story, you might start to see the signs, hidden in plain sight. A hidden empire, the Illuminati in global politics. If the Illuminati still exists today, who runs it? Some researchers believe that after the Bavarian Illuminati was officially disbanded in 1785, it infiltrated three key areas of power. 1. Governments. 2. The financial system. 3. Media and entertainment. By embedding itself within these institutions, the Illuminati would never need to reveal itself, because it could control society from within. This theory suggests that modern world leaders are not truly in control. Instead, they are merely puppets, taking orders from an unseen elite. And the evidence? Throughout history, there have been strange meetings, secret organizations, and powerful families that seem to shape world events from the shadows. The Bilderberg Group, a modern-day Illuminati? One of the most mysterious organizations in the world is the Bilderberg Group, an annual, invitation-only meeting of the world's richest and most powerful individuals. The group was founded in 1954 and includes presidents and prime ministers, billionaires and CEOs, royal families, military leaders. No journalists are allowed inside. No records of the discussions are kept. No press conferences are held afterward. Why? Because what happens inside the Bilderberg Group is not meant for the public. Some believe that the Illuminati controls this group, and that this is where global policies, financial crashes, and even wars are secretly planned. In fact, numerous U.S. presidents, from Bill Clinton to Barack Obama, attended Bilderberg meetings before they were elected. Is that a coincidence? Or is the Illuminati selecting world leaders before we even get to vote. The financial masters of the world. If you want to control the world, you don't need armies or weapons. All you need is money. And according to some researchers, the Illuminati owns nearly all of it. In the modern world, a few powerful banking families control the majority of global wealth. Among them, 3 names appear in nearly every Illuminati theory: the Rothschild family, the Rockefeller family, the Morgans. For centuries, these families have controlled central banks, funded wars, and bailed out governments, while remaining almost completely out of the public eye. The Rothschilds, the architects of financial power. The Rothschild banking dynasty dates back to the 1700s and has been accused of manipulating the global economy for centuries. Some claim that the Rothschilds played a key role in financing both sides of major wars, including the Napoleonic Wars and World War II. Others believe they are responsible for the creation of the Federal Reserve in the U.S., one of the most powerful financial institutions in history. Why does this matter? Because if the Illuminati controls the banks, they control nations. They can create financial crashes whenever they want. They can fund or bankrupt countries at will. And worst of all, they can do it without anyone realizing. But financial control is only one part of their plan. The real war is not fought with money. It's fought inside your mind. The Illuminati and mass mind control. The most terrifying aspect of the modern Illuminati theory is the idea that they no longer need secrecy, because they already control what we see, hear, and think. How? Through entertainment, social media, and propaganda. Some researchers believe that Hollywood, the music industry, and even big tech companies are being used as tools of mass psychological control. The proof? The same Illuminati symbols, the all-seeing eye, pyramids, and secret hand signs, appear in music videos, TV shows, and movies. Celebrities from Jay-Z to Beyoncé to Kanye West have been accused of being Illuminati puppets, using their influence to push hidden messages. Big tech giants like Google, Facebook, and Twitter have been caught manipulating algorithms to control what information we see. And then there's Hollywood. If you look closely, some of the biggest films and shows of the past 2 decades have pushed certain themes. The glorification of wealth and power, the normalization of mass surveillance, the desensitization to violence and war. Could this all be a coincidence? Or is the Illuminati using media to condition us so that we never question our reality? A new world order, already in motion? The ultimate goal of the Illuminati is said to be the creation of a one-world government, a world without borders, ruled by a single elite group. For decades, global institutions like the United Nations, the World Economic Forum, and the International Monetary Fund have pushed for greater global integration. Digital currencies are replacing cash. Mass surveillance is becoming the norm. Governments are consolidating power like never before. Could this be the final phase of the Illuminati's plan? Are they slowly reshaping society so that by the time the New World Order arrives, we won't even resist? The final question, are we too late? For centuries, those who spoke out against secret societies either vanished, were silenced, or were branded as conspiracy theorists. But in the age of the internet, more people are waking up to the possibility that our world is not what it seems. The Illuminati may no longer be a myth. They may never have left. They may be controlling us even now, through money, media, and manipulation. But the final question is there anything we can do about it? Or has their plan been in motion for so long that we are already living in their world? And so, the story continues, but will we ever find the truth? The answer may be hidden in plain sight. For more content like this, do subscribe us and press the bell icon for updates.